Annyeong, this is Nuna Army. So today, as you can see, this is not a BTS related video. It is GOT7, and I've decided to start collecting their photo cards, postcards, visual stuff of GOT7 as well. It's a new year, so I might as well start collecting a new group as well. I have been a fan of GOT7 for a few months now. I think a lot more intensely in the past couple of months. I've just been listening to their music, watching their performances, and they're a really great group. And visually, they are gold. So I don't think they have a weak member when it comes to visuals. So they're a lot. They're a lot to handle, and that's why I thought might as well start collecting their photo cards and get those visuals into a binder. And as you can see here, my bias is JB, the leader. I do have a printout of the group that's going to be placed here, but that's still on its way. So while I'm waiting for that, I might as well put in our lovely leader right in front. I have accumulated quite a fair bit of photo cards just in the past a little over a month. The binder that I'm using for this GOT7 binder is the Staples Better binder, which is new for me. I've seen a few YouTubers use this particular binder. I typically use the Avery binders for my BTS collection and my Mamamoo collection. But for some reason, I was just compelled to try out the Staples Better binder just because I've seen it around. It is quite sturdy. It's definitely a different material. It's curved on the spine so that it doesn't get broken when it hits the rings. So that's nice, but it is quite narrow. So it's a little bit too narrow for the pages that I'm planning to use. I'm planning to use mostly the pages from the UK seller, Andy_Jack. I have a couple of Ultra Pros in there, but most of these will be from that UK seller, and the binder is a little bit too narrow for that, just like by probably barely half a centimeter. I don't know. So that does bug me a little bit, but let's see if I can live with that. And then in the corner right here, this is the little tab to open up the binder. The corner does hit it, so I've had to actually cut the corners so that they don't get damaged as they're sitting in the binder. Anyway, enough babbling. Let's go straight into like putting the photo cards in. I've decided to divide this binder up into album photo cards, so that will be this section, and then I have a little divider here which will go into like postcards, mini posters, things like that. I just want to try that out and see if I'm okay with that layout. And as always, I have already pre-sleeved the photo cards for the album photo cards, similar to what I've done for BTS and Mamamoo. I am triple sleeving them, so using a tighter inner sleeve and then a secondary sleeve so that it will be able to fill out the pockets of the 9 pocket pages. Okay, so we are starting with Got It. And the other thing that's different, apart from the binder, I'm doing a lot of different things with the GOT7 binder, you guys. So the fillers that I'm using, they're actually printouts. I normally hand make my fillers. You would see that if you've seen some of my BTS collection videos. For this one, I just decided, let's just try this out. There are a few YouTubers, and I'll link them down below, who I've seen use printout fillers like this for their GOT7 collections, and I thought that was nice. I thought it was going to be faster and easier. It wasn't for me. It literally took me hours to lay them out into the pages in the right sizes, and then I had to send them to the printer, wait for the printer to send them back to me. So it was a process. I don't know if it's more convenient, but it did turn out quite nice. Yeah. So again, we have Got It, and I'll be placing the title card here, just because this particular corner, because I do store my binders vertically, this corner can get bent, and I just want that to be a filler instead of a photo card. I'm just missing Mark for this collection, so that's all right. So I'm just going to put a little filler here, which is just a dragon shield sleeve. I have been looking forward to doing this binder setup. maybe I waited too long and this video will probably take ages. But GOT7, as I said at the start of the video, they are visual gold. Like, even their earlier albums, they look good. Like, not perfect, but they look good. I mean, for early 2010s. Okay. Then we have Identify, which, because for this one there are 2 filler slots, I'm going to put the album there. Wow. This is like my New Year's gift to myself, is to be able to build this binder. I just really find this so relaxing. Okay. Then we have Just Right, which again, we have 2 filler slots. So look, I think, what are my principles for collecting GOT7? My priority will be J-Bomb. He is my bias, like what I said. I do have my bias wrecker is Annyeong, and then my other bias wrecker is Jackson. So those 3 would be my priority in that order: J-Bomb, Annyeong, and Jackson. And then where I can, I will collect OT7. It's just that there are some albums where they go a little nuts in the versions. So there are like some that have 10 versions for each member. I'm like, wow, that's 70 photo cards. That's like, if I collect BTS, that's like equivalent to collecting like their tour PCs. And you know, you don't get a lot of photo cards per album, so let's see. Again, the principle is priority is J-Bomb, and then second priority is Jinyoung, and then Jackson if I can, and then really if I can, OT7. There are some albums like this one where I have been able to just get the full set of OT7 because it's just one version. It's very simple. And yeah, even their older albums, the prices are not that bad. Like, if I just compare it to BTS, it's really not bad. So if you're starting your collection of GOT7, just get the full sets. They're really quite reasonable, at least what I've seen. Then we have Mad. I'll do this. Which are slightly bigger, but they'll still fit in the 9 pocket. So these don't have inner sleeves. They're just like single sleeved. And I was lucky enough to get this full set, which had all the backs like non-scratched. If you didn't know, these are actually scratch-off thingies. So all of them are not scratched. So that's great. So I was pretty pleased with that. I actually wasn't sure when I bought them. I got them from an eBay seller in Korea. I wasn't sure if the backs were not scratched, and I was just pleasantly surprised when they arrived and they were intact. So that was amazing. And then, yeah, so I am missing a couple of like the earlier albums, like Got Love, those circle photo cards. I don't know, I am having a hard time finding them. So, but that's okay. We're just starting this journey, and I think I'm off to a pretty accelerated start anyway, so that's another adventure to find those circle cards. Yeah, it's just so nice to be able to see those backs not scratched. Let me see if I can put a little eraser here just so that glare is not going to be attacking you guys. Then we start to head into the albums where there are several versions. So we have Flight Log Turbulence here. So I am starting off with the ID card version, and they're ID card versions because the backs are like this. That's what I like about the GOT7 photo cards as well, is like the backs are pretty interesting, I must say. So, and For those of you who've seen some of my other videos, I am someone who appreciates backs of photo cards, so I love that they have like all of these details. But let me show you the ones that I do have for the ID card version. So this is J-Bomb, and then that's the back of his card. Jackson, Jinyoung, Youngjae, and Yugyeom. So I am missing 2 members here. That's okay. And because I only have 1 filler, I'm using an 8 pocket just because they are like landscape orientation. So I think it's just better. And again, all of these pockets are, how am I doing this? Okay. All of these pockets are, most of the pockets that I'll be using are from that UK seller. And then I'm just putting these fillers in for Mark and for Bam Bam. Then we are still in flight log Turbulence, and we're at the boarding, no, this is the baggage tag version. So we have J-Bomb right here. It even has their blood types, you guys. Jackson, Jinyoung, Youngjae, and Yugyeom. So here we are back to a 9 pocket, and no, I'll put this here. Then I just have a second filler for this. And we have J-Bomb, Jackson, Jinyoung, Youngjae, Bam Bam, and then just put the fillers in for Mark. No, Yugyeom, not Bam Bam. And Bam Bam filler. There you go. And then the last version for Turbulence is, I think it's the making cut version. Okay, it's the one with the signature. So the backs are pretty plain for this one, so I won't be showing that each one of you, each of the cards to you guys. So we have J-Bomb, Jackson, very dramatic, Jinyoung, so cute, Youngjae, and Yugyeom.
Oops. So,
Then just the fillers. And sorry if you can hear rain in the background, it is raining. I feel like I'm always filming these when it's raining. Anyway, so a silly thing that I did was I didn't know that there were 2 versions of flight log Turbulence. So if you can see here, the corners are sharp, so they're square corners, and then there are ones with rounded corners. So look, I have Mark and Bam Bam here, and even Jackson, which are the members that I'm missing here. But I have them in the rounded version, so I don't want to mix it up. I should have really paid more attention in the product description and the photos, but I didn't think that there were 2 versions. I don't know why there are 2 versions, or maybe it's just different presses. I won't be collecting any more of these rounded versions. I'm just looking to complete the squared versions for Mark and Bam Bam, which are the ones that I'm missing in all 3 versions, but I do have some here, and I just wanted to showcase them, and I will be displaying them in a different way. So I'll just show you. I'll be grouping them by member, and you'll see what I mean when I put that in the pocket page. Wow, Jackson really looks super dramatic there. Okay, then we have Maknae. Cool. And then for Arrival, there are 3 versions again. I have quite a few cards missing for Arrival, but that's alright. Okay, so we have Mark. Oops. Youngjae. Bam Bam. And Yum. And I've just chosen these gold sleeves to fill in the blanks. And I've really just been enjoying these Dragon Shield sleeves. Okay. Now, the next version, I need to get this right. I'm just gonna, hold on. Ha. Okay, so look, I have this little notebook just to keep track of stuff, and basically I've just described this as, so the first one is signature because it has the signature, and the second set is selfie, which is appropriate, but they also have, again, interesting things at the back. Okay, and the cards that I do have, we have Mark. That's just how it looks at the back. Then we have Youngjae. Okay. And Yugyeom. So let's put in these fillers. What is this? Oh, this is the wrong pocket. I'm gonna take these out. These are the horizontal 6 pockets. Okay. Anyway, back to regular programming. Clearly, there were a lot of photo cards, so I was a bit overwhelmed with the planning of this, really. Youngjae, Yugyeom. Then we have fillers. Okay. And then we have the Promise version. I just called this in my notebook jacket version because they're wearing jacket. This video, I can tell already, just based on how much I've recorded in my camera, it's going to be really long. I might decide to split this out into 2 videos or just keep it into one long binder setup video for GOT7. I think I waited way too long to set this up or to film this, but that's alright. To be honest, this is really a treat for myself. I just love doing this. I love collecting. I enjoy putting them into the pockets, as I'm sure a lot of people do. And in my free time, I do watch a lot of other people collecting. Cool. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to show the backs of these, which are their feet and like legs, and they're wearing shoes that say GOT7. And then they have their names at the back. Again, very interesting backs, which I love. I just love it. And it wouldn't be me if there weren't any duplicates. So I have duplicates here from Turbulence and Arrival. I have 2 Jinyongs and Youngjaes, and then the rest are just fillers. These are just fillers. Group. And J-Bomb, because he looks fine. He looks fine all the time, but wherever I can, I will add pictures of J-Bomb. Okay. Then we go into 747 First Press. As I said, wherever I can, I will add J-Bomb, so this is just a filler. Wow. And then we're still in 747 first press version, but we have the selfies. I'll try to bring you in closer. They do have like little text there, so this says GOT7, and then they have their names there. I just like that they do those embellishments in their photo cards at the back, at the front. It just makes it interesting. Yeah, look, I'm perfectly happy with seeing their faces, but I do like that they add those little embellishments in design for the front and backs of the cards. Just makes it a little bit more dynamic looking than just photos. Makes me feel a little bit better for investing in these photo cards. And then we have a 4-pocket page here because I want to put in the triangle cards as part of like the photo card section. So this is still 747 first press. Yeah. So I do have these sleeved. And it was a bit, I found the perfect sleeves. I mean, they're not triangular in shape, but perfect in size, just to hold them well and steady. And they still manage to fit in these 4-pocket pages. Then I'm just going to put a filler here. Or, you know what? No, I don't want Annyeong to possibly get damaged, so I'm gonna keep him here. Nice. Then we go into 747 second press, and as we go on, we're gonna see a lot more versions per album. And what I'll be doing is I'll be changing out the filler cards like per version, but I'll keep the same like title card just so there's a little bit of uniformity per album. Yeah. It's Jackson, Annyeong, Bam Bam, Yukyum, then just some fillers for JB and Mark. And then, because I don't have the JB cards yet, all of my fillers are JB. He just looks good, yo. Okay. So I think it's just easier if I do this. Then fillers. Some of these are on their way to me. I've purchased them. Some I haven't yet, but it's okay. They just look good. Then we have another 4-pocket for the triangle cards. I don't have complete set for this, so I'll be putting in this filler here. And that's what I meant when I'm gonna, even if they're different versions, I'm gonna keep, if they're coming from the same album, they're gonna look the same for the title cards. Then I have a little filler for JB, just so while we're waiting for him, if I ever get him, at least I still have his photograph there and everything's fine. Because again, we're here for the visuals. I can't stress that enough. I think GOT7 just has one of the strongest visuals. They do not have a weak member when it comes to visuals. And their talent's really good too. Like, they perform live really, really well. Vocally and like choreography wise. I love them. Why do I have these fillers? I think I was planning to like fill 1 pocket with 2, but instead I was just like, I'm gonna use a J-Bomb filler. Okay. Then we go into 7 for 7 Present Edition First Press. I only have 3 cards here. It's just the group Selfie, J-Bomb, and Jackson. And the title just goes here. Fillers. I think the fillers just help. Instead of just leaving them blank, it just helps draw your attention to the cards that are there. And you can appreciate them, at least I can. And these also have triangle cards that I have the full set for. So we have JB. Ooh, gosh, what a cutie. Mark, Jackson, Jinyoung, Youngjae, Bam Bam, and Yugyeom. Then my little title card, which I admit is small for this pocket, but it's okay. There's a lot of empty space around the triangles anyway, so I don't think it looks that bad. If I thought it looked bad, I would do something about it, but I am happy with that. I think my leg is cramping. What? Okay. Then we go into 7 for 7's 7 for 7 Present Edition Second Press. I only have 2 cards for this, but I have a lot of cute fillers, so I'm excited. So we have Jackson, and then we have Jinyoung. So let's just put the title here, because I actually have like fillers with photos of the missing members. So we have JB, Mark, then we have Jackson here. Oops, is going into a different pocket. Okay. Then we have, oops, nope. Yes, correct. We have Jinyoung, Youngjae is missing. So at least, you know, even if I only have 2 of this set, they're not alone. They're with their friends. They're fine. Except this, I don't have Yugyeom, so this is just a unit. But I think that looks cute. And again, there are triangle cards for this, which I do have the complete set for. And these are black and white. So final like triangle photo cards. So we have JB, Mark, Jackson, Jinyoung, Youngjae, Bam Bam, and Yugyeom. Some people don't like the triangle photo cards. I like them. I actually was trying to find a way to keep them such that they're connected, because the idea is that you can like connect them like this. But it was just too big. It will not fit in a binder. So we'll have to live with just the basic triangle shapes. And I say basic, but the triangle shape is not a basic photo card shape. So again, I just appreciate that it just makes it a little bit more dynamic. And it's not so painful to store. Like, again, they keep well in these 4 pocket pages. I found good sleeves to fit them in. And that's okay. And as always, I have extras. So I have JB, I put Mark there, another JB. This, I have some unit cards. Okay. No, I have unit cards. So the 7 for 7 present albums also come with units, but they're a pain to get. So I only have 2. So I'm just going to be placing them here in this page with the extras. Yeah. Actually, I'll show you the units up close since I only have 2 of them. Yeah, so we have Youngjae and Bam Bam, and we have Bam Bam and Youngjae. And then the backs have little doodles, which I think is adorable. Someday I will collect them, but not today. I just happened to like see these, and they're not see these being sold for a decent price, readily available. So I was like, okay, I was already buying something else from that seller anyway. So yeah, okay, we're done with 7 for 7. Then we go into one of my favorites, which is Eyes on You. This is Eyes on You, and we have Eyes, the Eyes version. So we have, oops, wrong. Let me put the title. Then a little filler, JB. Okay, I think what I was planning to do was to use this filler for Jackson's spot, and then this JB filler to fill in for JB. There you go. Okay, so we have Mark, Jackson, I have a Annyeong filler, we have Youngjae, Bam Bam, and Yugyum. Then I have a little group card and another JB filler. So this is the on version. Oops. And then we have the U version. Yeah. JB, Mark, Jackson, Jinyoung, oops, Youngjae. I do have OT7 for this, Bam Bam, and Yugyum. Then we have the special photo cards. Again, I'm just using the same title card for the same album. Yeah, just to keep it consistent. So we have JB, Mark, oops, Jinyoung, Youngjae, Bam Bam, Yugyum. This is my little filler, and a placeholder for Jackson. And then this is the last Eyes on You set, which is just the special photo cards again, but I don't know, more vintagey version. Oops. Okay, so Smart, Jackson, Jinyoung, Youngjae, Bam Bam, and Yugyum. And while that's the last full set, I do have extras again. So how do I want to do this? Because I think I'll put this Eyes on You filler in the middle. Yeah. So I like Eyes on You because it's colorful, it's fun. And they look good. So we have Jinyoung, then Hyeon, oops, and just fillers. That's just my little extras page. Then we have Present You. And for Present You, I only have JB Jackson Jinyoung, and I don't even have the complete sets because this is one of those albums that they had like 10 versions per member. Yeah, that's a lot. So I'll just do, again, I have the 3 guys of JB Jackson Jinyoung. Not complete, but that's okay. And then I'll just by rows by the different versions. So, and I'll put the title card right here. And I have the filler for JB. So we have like the purple where they're doing the bird sign, and then where they're holding the drawing of the bird, and then little heart, finger heart. More Present You. So we have JB. So this is where they're pointing at you, pointing at us. Jinyoung. Boom. Then heart. Oops. Put the title here. I have a little filler for Jinyoung. This is just a selfie. More Present You. So this is where they're doing the 3. Jackson. Ooh. Jinyoung. Praying. JB. Then filler. Then Closed Eyes. JB. Filler for Jackson. And Closed Eyes. Jinyoung. Still not done with Present You, so we have Lullaby, JB, filler for Jackson. Then we have Jinyoung, Lullaby. What's my plan here? No, I want to keep putting the title in the middle. And what's this? I have this already. Okay. Then I have, I know what I was doing. No, what was I doing? Group here. I just had an extra of this, which is the same as this. And I think I just wanted to put him here. More JB, you know? He's my bias, so he gets to appear as many times as he wants. And then the last Present You is the clear cards. So we have the group, and just have that in a white sleeve. So we have JB, Mark, Jackson, Jinyoung, Youngjae, Bam Bam, Hyugyum, and the title card. I love the color story of this set. Then we go into Present You and Me, which similarly I only really have JB, Jackson, and Jinyoung. Again, 10 versions. So we have this where they're doing that sign. That sign. It's hard to mimic. And then one with, they're all like giving us their side profiles. Then I have the title card here. I actually have two. I'm just gonna do them like back to back because I could not decide which design to go with. So we have the peach bar version. And as much as I crib about the different versions, I do like it because again, it just makes it look so dynamic. It's just hard to complete that for 7 members, so we have to make choices for now. We have the lime border version. Okay, this one is a bit random because I mentioned I have JB, Jackson, and Jinyoung, but I also have like a random Yugyum of the lime one. So he's just gonna be here. And then we have JB doing this. Then I'll put the title card in the middle. How did I do this? Okay. Yeah, so I'll put the pinky version of J-Bomb there, Miracle J-Bomb, Miracle Jackson, and then Pinky Jinyoung. So we have a row with 2 J-Bombs. I think that looks nice. And then one more You and Me set. So we have pointing at us. So we have JB, Jackson, Jinyoung, the light stick. So I think they have a very interesting light stick. It's the bird. The Agase. The baby bird. And then title card goes here. Then we have Jinyoung light stick. JB pointing at himself. Jackson pointing at himself. And then Jinyoung pointing at himself. So, you know, we have them, the 3 of them pointing at us, light sticks, and then pointing at themselves. I think that makes sense. Then we go into spinning top, which again, I don't have many members. I really have just JB and Jinyoung for this one. So we have JB, Jinyoung. How did I want to do this? Let's just follow the way I've arranged it. Okay. Yeah. Then we have heart for JB. I have a little filler for Jinyoung. So for spinning top, right now I'm just collecting JB and Jinyoung. Because again, many versions. Gotta make choices and priorities. There you go. Now, the last bits for spinning top, which I have 2 of these J-bombs. So I'm just going to put them back to back so that when we flip the page, I still have JB looking at me. Because, you know, bias. So we have them doing the peace sign, JB, Jinyoung, filler. This is so cute. This is so cute because he's like pinching himself. Appreciate. He's just pinching himself. He's so cute. Then a little filler. I am struggling to find the pinch version for Jinyoung, but okay. Then we have J-Bomb holding the letter E. J-Bomb again. And then the title card. So you see, when you flip at the back, JB's still there. Hi! Then we go into dye. Dye, I actually have OT7. Yeah, I found a seller who was selling the complete set for a really good price. So I am pleased. So we'll be doing 1 version per page. So we have JB, this is the dye version with their heart, with their hand in their heart. Mark, Jackson, Jinyoung, Youngjae, Bam Bam, and Yugyeom. Okay. Then we have the ring lights. Oh, sorry. Oops, I placed that like wrongly. This title card I can keep. No. I don't know why. That's like way below. Okay. So they have their little lights at the pinky, which is actually a baby version of the light stick. So the baby bird. Baby bird. Because it's really small. So it's a baby bird. Then we have Jackson, Jinyoung, Youngjae, Bam Bam, Yugyeom, and the next one is with the rose. Again, you see, this is when it's so nice to just have the different concepts per version. It makes it look more interesting. So I like it. This rose is really pretty. Imagine being the rose. That would be so nice. Then we have another version. JYP goes crazy with the versions of Photocards. So this is where they're doing heart with their cheek. Okay. It says die there at the bottom. Okay, Jackson chose to do it close to his actual heart, not on his cheek. Oh, and Youngjae chose to do it with his mouth. Then we have Bam Bam and Yugyeom. And then this is the Not by the Moon. I think JB looks bomb there. Like extra bomb. I like him with long hair. And I found this like dye photo shoot photo with J-Bomb and Jinyoung. How perfect. So I must use that as a filler. So these are just selfies. So we have JB, Mark, Jackson, Jinyoung, Youngjae, Bam Bam, and Yugyeom. And then them clasping their hands. JB, Mark, Jackson, Jinyoung, Youngjae, Bam Bam, and Yugyeom. Now I have my die extras, and I have it in an 8 pocket. I'll put this here. Wow. Okay. And I have this in an 8 pocket because like this card is actually a special photo card. Yeah. And then I have one mirror card that will not fit in a 9 pocket. So that goes here. And that's die. We have come to the latest album, Breath of Love Last Piece. I love this album. It is amazing. Yeah, I've just been listening to it a lot. And again, there are many versions. I have chosen to focus on JB and Jinyoung for now. So we have their little Polaroid with their signature, which actually the signature looks like, the way it's printed, it really looks like they wrote on it. It's really cool. And I just like that. It's just a filler, a balloon. Green balloon. And then blowing a kiss towards us. And then just a filler. Then we have them holding their dolls. Gatoon. I know. The dolls. I'm not so sure how to pronounce it. Gatoon. Then filler. Then holding the little gem. JB and Jinyoung. And I have a second copy of JB holding his doll. Then I have Jinyoung selfie. Yeah, like what I said, he's my bias, so he can appear as many times as he wants. Then we have, I used to call this the cloud. They're cotton candy. Jackson makes an appearance here. So we have JB, Jackson, Jinyoung. And I just have fillers. Whoop. And these are just selfie version. So we have JB, Jinyoung, and a filler. Then I have cards that I think are really cool. The Sinara special photo cards, which are holographic. So we have JB, Mark, Jackson, and 2 Jinyoungs. Then we just have fillers right here. I love these cards. I just love holo, you know, who doesn't? Then we go into units. So unit albums. So we have JJ Project right here. Yeah, JJ Project verse 2. Oh, these are just so cute. Look at JB. Look at baby JB. Oh. And then Jinyoung. Okay. Then we have selfie, JB, Jinyoung. Okay. Then we have JB, Jinyoung, and a filler. Wow. Then we have just to focus on Just to Focus album. Okay, sorry. Okay, how did I want to lay this out? Oh, okay. Let's just follow the order that I put them in because yeah. So we have, I'm going to try to bring these in as close together as possible, but that's it. They're supposed to connect. That's actually one photo that they chopped up. Then we have Yugyom, JB. Then we have, these are clear cards, Yugyom, JB, and a filler. Cool. So that's it for the portion of building this binder for like album PCs. I think I'm gonna stop here for this video. I'm gonna create a part 2 because it's gonna be too long if this is just gonna be one entire video. If you're interested, part 2 will be like postcards, mini posters, and that's gonna be in the same binder but just a different section. Yeah, I feel like I just need to cut it here because it's a long one already. I hope you enjoy that. I really did. I've made I think I did wait too long to build this binder because I accumulated quite a lot of photo cards. But you know, I was on Christmas break. I'm just at home. What else is there to do? And yeah, I really enjoyed that. So yeah, that's the album PCs. If you're interested in you know, the video's too long when your camera decides that I'm going to stop recording. That's just what happened. Yeah, so again, part 2 is just going to be postcards, mini posters, bookmarks, you know, things like that, which sits in the same binder, just in a different section. And I'll see you guys in that video if you're interested in that. Still got 7. I'm still building this binder. Yeah, I hope you enjoy that. I hope you found that useful, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Or I'll see you in part 2 if you're interested.